Everybody.
And that said, I'm sure you need lots of write-offs, so that can always help out to some degree. Are we gonna? What's up with Ronda, man? I know you get asked this all the time, but it is starting to feel. My current thought is that she's been hedging her bets a little bit because the longer that she stays out, the more it keeps her full. You don't risk the aura anymore because we all know there is a risk at this point. When she goes in the next time, if it goes badly again, she won't be thought of quite the same way. The invincibility will be gone, and that can affect other money and different things. Is that what you see happening with her? Is there anything weird going on? Like we thought she would have been back by now.
No, the truth with Ronda is this: Ronda Rousey worked her ass off for 4 years, man. She worked hard. She all the time she fought, all the PR that she did for us, and more importantly, the training. The training takes a lot out of you. And after the loss, she said, "I need a break. I need time off." And the minute anybody says that in this business, and I say it all the time, this ain't baseball, man. I got baseball players who go out and drink and party and go play baseball the next day. You don't do that in this sport, man. Your head has to be in this game 24/7, and you got to be a killer. And the minute you think you need a break, you definitely need a break.
Well, in a knockout like that, right? Ronda didn't blink at anybody. You get somebody knocks you out unexpectedly, that cracks your ego irreparably sometimes. Like sometimes people don't come back from that.
It's true.
And it's not the same. Now she's gun shy a little bit. Now
it's all. I mean, that's what everyone will wonder about. Is she the biggest star you've ever had?
By far. Not even close. By far the biggest star ever.
Yeah, I wrote a piece for Grantland maybe 6 months before the loss about that. I was like, she is the first UFC megastar. And of course all the hardcore heads will come at you and say, what about? And I'm like, guys, those are not people your mom has heard of.
Yeah. Right. Anderson Silva and Ronda Rousey, different.
It's different. They're different things altogether. I mean, going back all the way, there have been big stars all along, all the way back to Hoist Gracie, but Ronda's a different animal.
I'm glad you guys said Anderson Silva. Ronda Rousey, such a big star that when you go down to Brazil, I don't know if you guys have ever watched any of the fights we do from Brazil, they don't care who you are. They want the Brazilian to whoop your ass, right? When Ronda went down there, they cheered for Ronda over the Brazilian.
Wow, that's true. I remember that lady, yes.
Never seen that before in my life, and will probably never see it again. That's how big
Ronda
her that
Rousey
lady.
Not to disrespect the Brazilian fighter.
Betch. Her name was Betch.
Yes.
Betch Correia.
Yeah.
Do you think we'd ever, in your mind, is there any chance that like Cyborg and Ronda as a thing could still happen?
Ronda wants to fight Cyborg. 100%.
Really?
Yes, she absolutely does.
But she needs to get some. Does she feel that she needs to do work first before that has to happen?
She wants to get her title back, and
she wants to stop this title merry-go-round.
Amanda. I mean, if you look at the fight that she had with Miesha Tate, she broke Miesha Tate's nose bad.
That was a scary. That wasn't even fun to watch. I hated it.
She's tough.
Can you articulate? We talk about women in sports a lot on the program, right? And how we wish more women went out to watch women in sports, whether it was WNBA or any women's sports. And sometimes that's what women athletics needs is the women to go out and support.
Right.
Men sometimes can be standoffish, like I'm going to watch the girls play, and be a little chauvinist about it. But can you talk about what having women fight in the UFC has done for the overall sport for you?
Huge. Ronda Rousey changed everything with my business.
Did you know that was going to happen? Could you see that?
I believed. Listen, everybody heard the famous TMZ words from me. When will women fight in the UFC? I said never. And then I met Ronda Rousey, and we sat down and we talked. And 15 minutes into a 45-minute conversation, I was like, "Holy shit! I think I'm going to do this. I think she's the one. I think she can." And then I went out and I made her the main event down in Anaheim, California for an event that we did over Dan Henderson and Lyoto Machida, and people went crazy.
Well, because Dan Henderson's an OG. Machida's amazing, right? That was a
people
big fight in itself.
You're going to put women above these legends, and this is a disgrace. This is, and that's when it really opened my eyes to, wow, when you always talk about, women not getting equal pay, women not getting equal rights, women not getting, that was when I was like, holy shit, I didn't expect this. But fuck them.
And was it the pushback you didn't expect? You didn't expect that amount of talk about it?
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of negativity.
Wow.
So it was really a huge monumental moment for sports, and obviously for women. So when that fight happened, it was a massive success. The gate was awesome. The pay-per-view did really well, headlined by 2 women. And I was like, man, I never thought I'd see the day.
So taking you back to that quote of when asked if women will ever fight in the UFC, you saying never. Why never then? Like, what was it in you that was like,
Yeah, that's a
that
good
wouldn't
question.
happen?
Right. So what you got to picture is, at that time, I'm trying to sell men. And people are like, oh, God, this is brutal, this is that, and everything else.
Right.
And there's absolutely a chauvinistic side to that, too, because I went to a fight one time up in Northern California, okay? And these 2 women fought. And this is way before anybody even thought about women fighting in mixed martial arts. It was early on. And one girl, beautiful girl, looked like she took about 4 Taibo classes. The other girl looked just like Randy Couture and fought just like Randy Couture, okay? And it was one of the worst beatings I've ever seen. And I'm like, there's no... First of all, when we look at women are pretty, women are this, women are that. So it's just, as a man, you can't help to have that side of you, where you don't want to see a woman get beat down, right? And on the other side of that is, I honestly never thought that women would be as technical as they are today. I didn't even see that coming. Joanna Jędrzejczyk, our 115-pound champion, she's a killer. She's an absolute vicious killer. So badass. And then out of the octagon, she's one of the sweetest people you'll ever meet. Competitive, nasty. She's fighting here in New York. She's going to be on that card. So, I didn't see that coming. And now, I mean, I'm all in. With
you
women
have
fighting.
to be. I didn't give a shit about UFC. And then when all my boys were all about it, I remember when I first heard about Ronda, I was like, what? I needed to see it. And I know at that fight that we were at, we were all watching it on TV, the amount of women that showed up just to be there, to cheer, to have somebody to fight for them was incredible.
And that was the question. You just answered the answer that you said. Whoever asked that a long time ago, she's right. Ronda opened the floodgates. Not just other female athletes were showing up, female actresses and Demi Lovato and the list goes on and on of these women that came out to support women. Pretty cool.
And Lauren, maybe you could speak to this. Is there something to the component that Ronda is also fucking hot, right? And she's badass all at the same time. I think there's something in there, right? Or
well,
no?
it could be, because like he said at the beginning, he's like, as a man, I look at women like, oh, they're beautiful. I don't really want to see a woman.
But
get
I mean,
beat down.
even for other women, you show up to watch a fight, and both the women in there look like Randy Couture, and
it might have a different effect.
You guys may not feel as connected, or does it feel as beautiful? I don't know.
No. But the thing about Ronda was that she could play both sides. You know what I mean? As a woman, like when you look at her, like when I see her in like movies and stuff, and then when you see her on the covers, where she looks gorgeous, but at the end, I bet you she was underestimated her whole life. She comes in and she's a beast, and I think that's what we celebrate, because a lot of time that's what happens with a lot of women. They look at you like delicate and that you're not capable of doing X, Y, and Z.
Let me tell you what. I'm going to tell you. There's this thing with the human psyche, and it's absolutely real and dead on. When you have somebody who looks like you, talks like you talk, and comes from where you come from, and they're one of the baddest people in the world, you rally around that. Look at Manny Pacquiao.
Yep.
Look at Conor McGregor. Ronda Rousey with women, and you look at all the different studs from different parts around the world.
It's always
just a
true.
Fact. It's true.
Are you still in contact with Vince McMahon ever?
Yeah, I still talk to Vince.
What do you guys talk about when you talk to Vince?
Nothing but business.
Really?
No, he's not a shoot the shit kind of guy.
Yeah, not at all. But you
No.
kind of seem like you can be, even as busy as you are. You kind of can be a shoot the shit kind of guy. No.
Yeah, I can shoot the shit.
But
Vince isn't
he
that
gets
guy.
he gets right to it.
Oh yeah, Vince is all business. I got a lot of respect for Vince. If you look at a guy, I'll tell you what. After this deal was done, Rob Dyrdek called me up and he says to me, "I got to ask you a question. How do you keep running the race when you already won the race?" He goes, I want to know how you strap your shoes on every day and go to work after doing this deal. It's just fascinating to me. And I told him, I said, well, number one, I love what I do. And I couldn't even imagine retiring at my age. You know what I mean? And the people, if you're looking for what they call fuck you money, you're in the wrong job. You know, it's just like you don't like your job if that's all you think about. It was never about the money for me. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be in the fight game. And Vince, think about Vince and all he's accomplished. And as big as his company's, he's public, he could cash out. There's so many things that guy could do. That guy wants to get up every morning and kick ass, even at his age. And you don't see Vince retiring and taking off and, going buying a boat and he's an animal.